Good evening once again. I'm Chris Jansing. Day 391 of the Biden administration. And there is growing concern tonight about the tense situation in Eastern Europe. U.S. officials warn that Russia is in a position to invade Ukraine at any moment amid a dramatic acceleration of Russian forces at Ukraine's border. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is scheduled to travel and meet with NATO allies in Belgium, Poland, and Lithuania this week to discuss those ongoing tensions. Today, Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby said Vladimir Putin is still adding to his military capabilities.
He continues to advance his readiness should he choose to go down a military path here. And should he choose to invade again, he is doing all the things you would expect him to do to make sure he's ready for that option.
But even as Russia bolsters its troops and resources, the Kremlin is also striking a noticeably different rhetorical tone. The New York Times reports, quote, in stage-managed televised meetings, the Kremlin sent its strongest signals yet that it would seek further negotiations with the West rather than launch immediate military action. I believe that our possibilities are far from exhausted, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said, referring to Russia's negotiations with the West. I would propose continuing and intensifying them. NBC News chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel brings us the latest on where the crisis stands from Ukraine tonight.
With diplomacy going nowhere, this is not a good sign. Russian troops in Belarus practicing urban combat. U.S. officials say this week is critical, declaring Russia is now able to attack with little or no warning. So the U.S. is now moving its embassy personnel out of the capital to western Ukraine, a move criticized by Ukraine's President Zelensky, suggesting it showed weakness. And tonight, Zelensky was dismissive of U.S. intelligence that Russia could soon invade, which he says causes panic. They tell us February 16th will be the day of the attack. We will make this a day of unity, he said. His aides later said he was referring to recent media reports. Meanwhile, Ukraine's ambassador to the UK is walking back comments that Ukraine might forego its bid to join NATO, a key Russian demand. This weekend, President Biden spoke with President Putin. No breakthroughs. Russia says it won't invade, but in Ukraine, some families are getting ready for war. Training to handle an AK-47 is Valentina Konstantinovskaya, a 79-year-old retired accountant and a great-grandmother.
Do you think you would actually be doing this?
Yes, if Putin will come, I should be able to shoot, she says.